Business in the 217 here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and we're talking with the Business Development Manager for Barcom, Marc Camp. Marc, thanks for taking time with us here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. How are you?
Yeah, I'm awesome. Thanks for having me.
Good to hear. People need to be thinking about security, not just for their home, but if they've got a business, that's something that they're going to want to focus on. And that's something that you guys with Barcom can do.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly believe it's important. We do. We obviously live in a different kind of world these days than than the good old days, and so I think people have never been more concerned about the safety and security of their family, their employees, their property, and their information. So it is unfortunately, it's a good time to be in the security business.
So tell us about Barcom. Is it a new company? Is it just in Springfield and Central Illinois? Kind of give us a little bit of background there.
Sure. Barcom is about a 47-year-old family-owned and operated company. So we are a security systems and full integration of those systems company. The company was founded by John Bartle back in around 1974. And his son, Marc, still sits at the helm today. And there's some of the other Bartle family that still work in the company. Our headquarters is out of Swansea, Illinois. So that's the St. Louis area. And then we also have an office down in Marion. So Barcom is very well established and has been quite successful down there in the St. Louis and Southern Illinois area. And we are in a major growth phase. And so when they took a look at their next opportunity for growth, Central Illinois just made a lot of sense. And so that's what initiated the idea of coming up here and actually sinking some roots in Springfield as our hub so that we can now serve the Central Illinois area as well.
We're talking with Marc Camp. He is Business Development Manager for Barcom Security here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop. So, Marc, tell us what kinds of things we're talking about. Are we talking about cameras and window triggers and sensors and with the new age of digital technology? How does all that connect into smart devices and so on? Lay it out there for us. What are you guys offering?
Yeah, absolutely. We can handle everything from a simple residential application all the way up to very complex, large corporate enterprise type of applications. And you're right, we're talking about everything from burglar alarms or intruder alarms to video surveillance to home automation to panic button situations. We're working with a business currently that had a situation where a customer got a little bit disgruntled and then made some threats and showed up, and they had a hard time getting the building shut down. So we can solve that with a one button application, so they can shut the building down and keep the bad guy out and keep everybody else, their employees and customers, safe. We're talking about fire detection and alarms and the monitoring of all these things. It's one thing to have the alarms in place. It's another thing to have really solid monitoring that's going to reply very promptly, very quickly, so that you get the attention from the first responders that you need as soon as possible.
So we're talking home, business security, all different facets. And I would imagine that each business, each home has its own needs. So is this something that, for instance, they call you or
Yes.
one of your staff and set up an appointment to kind of do an assessment of sorts?
Yes, there are no cookie cutter applications. You're right. Every residence, every small business, every large business is unique and has unique needs, and therefore needs a custom application. So when someone inquires to Barcom about looking at home security, for instance, then yeah, we will send out a skilled technician that will come out and take a look at the needs of that home, talk to that homeowner or business owner, whatever the case may be, to find out just exactly what they're wanting to protect against. And at the same time, we're going to see things that they might not, and therefore we can offer some some solutions to some problems that maybe they didn't even know existed. So it is, although some things are very similar. It's always going to be a custom application for the needs of that particular home or business.
It's the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop. We're talking with Marc Camp. He is business development manager for Barcom Security here in Central Illinois. Marc, how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can either call the Springfield number, which is 217-679-2387, or of course, just go to barcomsecurity.com, and it's really easy to get a hold of us in that way as well.
And spell that for us.
It is BARCOM, Barcom Security.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Marc, one thing we also like to do with Business in the 217 is kind of feel for what drives people behind some of these businesses. Before we started recording, you had mentioned that you're new to Barcom and not necessarily from the security sector. So in your time there, tell me some of the things that you've learned. Is this a new industry that you're glad you got into?
Yeah, I am definitely learning something new about this industry every day. I had never really thought about having a career in the security industry. I was unfortunately laid off. I was a COVID layoff, last year, and so I was in the job market, and I was approached by our VP, Matt Trader, to possibly come on board and help them expand and grow here in the Central Illinois area. And I thought to myself, well, I've never really considered security as a career path, but man, like we said, there's never been a time when people are more conscious about security and about protecting themselves, their family, their employees, their property, their information than they are today. So that's what's causing this great opportunity for growth in our company. And what an exciting thing to be involved with when I get to come in here and kind of help spearhead the growth of a totally new region and establish our new hub here in Springfield.
Well, and also being able to provide some peace of mind for homeowners, for business owners, to make sure that their lives and property and their families are safe and secure with Barcom Security. Marc Camp, business development manager here in Central Illinois for Barcom Security. Greatly appreciate you taking the time here with Business in the 217.
Absolutely, it's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.